Hello everybody, I am back. It's been a little while since I made another video, but back again here with another adventure for you. Today is September 1st, 2025. Just got here to Denver, Colorado, and going on a little adventure around Colorado. So the mission for this trip is to go to 4 different national parks, the 4 different ones that are here in Colorado. First one that I'm going to be hitting up is the Great Sand Dunes National Park, which is near this small town called Alamosa, Colorado. That's where I'm going to be heading and staying at tonight. It's about 2 hours south from where I'm at here, or actually I think it's like 4 hours south from where I'm at here in Denver. So I got a 4-hour drive ahead of me. So the mission for today is to go down to Alamosa, and that's where I'm staying. Gonna check into a little small motel that I have there. It was only like $95 a night, I think. So we'll see how that is. But then after that, my plan is to go to Great Sand Dunes National Park in the evening time and then kind of hang out there at night just to see how it is at nighttime. I heard it's really nice to go there at nighttime because there's like no light pollution and you can see the stars really well. It's supposed to be a really cool experience. So we'll see. Hopefully that works out. So let's go ahead and hit the road and head down to Alamosa, Colorado. Okay guys, so just got my room key here at the Dunes in Alamosa, and this is what it looks like on the outside. It's like a little motel. Yeah, so let's go have a look. It's my room right here on the first floor. It's my RAV4 rental, and let's head inside. All right, here we are. Let's get some light on in here. A light switch. That didn't really do anything. Maybe that's an outdoor light. Let's see, where are the lights on in here? Well, let's see, can you guys see all right? Yeah, because it's not so bad. Figure out the lights in a minute. But yeah, here we are. Dunes Inn, Alamosa. So, not too bad actually. Got a little table here, pretty decent sized table, and 2 beds. I like this little design of the brick wall. It's kind of cool. It's actually real brick too. It's not like some wallpaper or something. That's like legit brick. And we got a desk, TV. And let's see, a nice big mirror right here. It's even got a microwave. There's a light right here. It's a little bit better. Got a mini fridge with a separate freezer and a main fridge. So it's actually a pretty nice mini fridge. Let's turn that up. Probably try to find some place to get some beers to stock that up tonight. But yeah, I mean, even that mini fridge is like better than a lot of the ones that you get in like some Hiltons and Marriotts and stuff. 2 sinks. How's this bathroom looking? The light switch is on the outside. Small, tiny little bathroom, but at least it looks clean. Okay. So, yeah, there you have it. Dunes Inn, Alamosa, guys. How's this bed? Let's see. Not bad. I mean, definitely have had better. It's a little bit springy, But yeah, so right now it's almost 7 p.m. Sun is starting to set. So the plan now for me is going to be to just head out over to the Great Sand Dunes National Park and hopefully get there before the sun goes down. And then I'm just going to stay there when the sun is down at night and check it out at nighttime for a little bit and just kind of explore around at night, see how it is. They say it's supposed to be really cool at nighttime. I think the national park is like maybe 15 to 30 minutes away. So yeah, let's go ahead and head on over to the Great Sand Dunes National Park. Let's go. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, this cost me altogether after taxes, I think it was like $112, I want to say. It comes with breakfast. Yeah, so I guess not too bad. But all right, guys, time to just get my bags in here and stuff, and then we'll hit the road. All right. All right, guys, so made it to Great Sand Dunes National Park here at nighttime. I think it's like 8:30 p.m. maybe even like 9 o'clock, not really sure. But you can't see shit out here. I mean, I can see, but on the camera I'm sure you can't see anything. So not really sure how much filming I'm actually gonna do here. But yeah, it's like super quiet out here. It's actually really windy as well. I'm using my flashlight on my phone to try to create some light, so hopefully this kind of helps to see me a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, it's actually pretty windy out here. Pretty cool. Temperature dropped quite a bit over here. Yeah, you can like really see the stars a lot. The moon's kind of bright. You can see the moon right out there. And yeah, really cool out here, guys. Super quiet. I don't know if you can hear the wind, but it is really windy. I'm just gonna chill here for a little while. I bought some Jimmy John's sub. So I'm just gonna chill on the back of the SUV like this. Just eat my sub. I bought a 6-pack of beer. I'm gonna probably have a beer as well. Also, one cool little fact is that it's actually free to get into this park at nighttime, at this time of the night. When you go to the daytime, you have to pay a fee, but if you go at nighttime, no charge. Couldn't really see like my surroundings very much. The only I could see really is the road as I was driving because of the lights on the SUV. So it'd be interesting to come back here during the daytime and actually be able to see the surroundings around me. But yeah, just gonna enjoy the night here for a little bit and then head back to the hotel. So. All right, guys. All right, guys, so back here again at the Dunes in Alamosa. Just got back from visiting the Great Sand Dunes National Park at night. Was it worth it? Probably not. I mean, you really can't see anything when you're out there. The only thing you could really see is literally like the stars when you look up at the sky. The stars are very visible. You can see a ton of stars out there. But other than that, can't really see anything else. And it was really windy and cold at night. It was kind of like uncomfortable to even like be outside. So for me, I'd say it probably really wasn't like worth it going out there at night. But nonetheless, I'm glad I got to experience it anyways. Otherwise, I'd be kind of wondering like what it would be like if I never did go. So glad I did that anyway. Here's the beer that I was drinking. I don't know if you guys were able to see it when I was at the national park because it was so dark. But yeah, it's called Ridge Runner West Coast IPA out of Breckenridge Brewery in Breckenridge, Colorado. Gonna pop my second one open and then finish the rest of my Jimmy John sub. And then the plan for tomorrow is I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow, go back to the Great Sand Dunes National Park and check it out during the daytime so I can kind of see everything, explore around there during the day. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna be heading out to Cortez, Colorado, and that's like another, I think, like 3 or 4 hours from here, I think. And there's going to be another national park I'm going to go to called Mesa Verde National Park. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to do any of that tomorrow. I might try to hit it up later in the day, but we'll see. So yeah, just going to call it a night here and then get ready for some adventures in Great Sand Dunes National Park tomorrow. Looking forward to it. All right, guys. Cheers and see you tomorrow. Good morning, folks. So today is Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. It's about 8:30 a.m. and I am on the way over to Great Sand Dunes National Park. Gonna explore it during the daytime. Should get there about just after 9 a.m. So we're gonna spend a few hours there exploring the dunes, doing some hiking around. Just checked out of the motel I was staying at called Dunes in Alamosa. Really nice stay. You know, if you're looking for like a budget motel around the Alamosa area, if you're going to be visiting Great Sand Dunes National Park, I would definitely recommend that. Really good service. It even comes with a good breakfast. There's a breakfast restaurant that's like attached to the motel, and the breakfast food was really good. It's like real, they use real eggs, real ingredients, so happy with that. Yeah, so excited to explore this national park. Never been here before to Great Sand Dunes. Should be there about 30 minutes. All right, guys, let's do it. All right, here we are, guys, at Great Sand Dunes National Park. Just got to this parking area here, and we're gonna start our first hike. It's called the High Dunes Loop Trail, which is about like 3 miles. I don't think these trails are really like marked or anything. I think you're just literally hiking up these sand dune hills, so it's probably pretty easy to get lost. Hopefully I don't. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, beautiful day out. It's about 9:30 a.m. Nice, cool, crisp morning. I think it's like around 60 degrees or something, so I'm sure it'll probably warm up a little more. Today, doing my hike in the sandals because we're gonna be hiking in sand pretty much the whole time. And let's go ahead and start this first hike here and see if we can find the trailhead. I think it's down this way somewhere. And park actually isn't too crowded, surprisingly. It's a Tuesday morning, so maybe that's why, but really wasn't like a long line to get in. Used my annual park pass, which is like $80 annually for the year, and you can go to any national park in the US with it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the day started. All right, guys, check it out. This is pretty cool. Feels like I'm out. It feels like I'm on a beach right now, to be honest with you. Feels like I'm back in Florida on a beach, except there's no water and there's huge hills. Almost like a desert feel too, but it's not hot though. It's actually pretty cool. And as far as the sand goes, The sand is not hot either. So yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. I'm so glad it's not that crowded right now either. But if you look out in the distance, it looks like the trail is out there. So you're literally hiking all the way up the hills. So I guess the mission will be to get to the top of the hill there. Let's see if we can do it. And the sand is actually pretty easy to walk on. It's not like I'm sinking in a whole lot, but we'll see if it's like that the whole way. So yeah, pretty cool, guys. One of the popular things to do here is to you can rent these sandboards and go sliding down the hills. Decided not to do that. Just gonna kind of hike it, see how that goes. Maybe, I don't know, maybe later if I feel like it, maybe I'll try to rent one, but we'll see. All right, guys, excited for this. Let's go. All right, guys, so I've approached right at the edge of where the hills start, the sand dunes. And I think the way I'm gonna approach this is by going up these ridges. So staying at the peaks of these ridges here, kind of where you can see a group of people. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but there's a group of people that are making their way up. That's probably gonna be the easiest way to avoid the elevation gain. So as long as I stay on the tops of these ridges, I think I'll be able to make it all the way to the top there with the most minimal effort. So let's go ahead and see if we can get there. I actually started walking barefoot because I think it's a little bit easier to walk on the sand without any sandals at all. But yeah, it's amazing out here. Super quiet, super peaceful. Love that there's not that many crowds. We'll see if it stays that way. It's I think almost 10 o'clock now. And yeah, let's see what the view is like from the top there. All right, guys, so as you can see, the tops of the dunes form these sort of ridges that have drop-offs on either side. So I think the key is to stay on the top of them to avoid having to do some unnecessary elevation gain. It does get a little difficult walking in this sand because you do start to sink in a little bit. It's pretty soft sand. But yeah, still got a long way to go, guys. Let's hope we can make it up there. Good thing the weather is still pretty cool at this time of the day, but I do feel like it's probably going to warm up quite a bit as the sun starts coming up more. We'll see how it goes. Man, check out the drop off, guys. It's actually really cool. I think it'd actually be pretty cool to do some sledding down these hills because they actually do get pretty steep here. I don't know if you can tell from the footage of the camera, but it's a pretty nice little drop off right there into the flat area. Yeah, so we're gonna go up here, and then there's a peak right up there above this hill. Still a pretty good ways out, but I'll see if we can get there. Alright guys, just making my way along the top of the ridge here, and I can already feel the sand starting to heat up underneath my feet. So I feel like I'm gonna probably have to put my sandals back on here in a little bit. It's still fine right now, but it's not even 10 o'clock yet. So for sure, it's starting to heat up. It's actually getting pretty tough to do this because you start to sink into the sand a lot. It takes a lot out of you. Looks like we're approaching the hard part right up here. It's gonna be the final ascent, I believe, up to the top right there. That looks like the highest part of this area, or maybe over there. I don't know if I'll go all the way over there though. We'll see how I'm feeling once I make it to the top of this part here, if I even can. We'll see. Almost there. Let's keep going. So, one thing you'll notice in this area is that there's absolutely no shade at all on this trail. So, if you come out here, be prepared to have a lot of water and maybe some sunscreen, and just be prepared that there's no shade to be found. There are some little sunflowers growing out here though. Pretty nice. But yeah, here it is, guys. Here's the final ascent to the top of these hills. It's like just a straight up incline here. So let's see how this goes. Holy shit, it's getting tough. Well, at least going down hopefully will be a lot easier. I think I'm like maybe halfway from the start of the incline. Hopefully it starts to level out a little bit. Up there. I think we can do it though. Just gotta take some breaks every now and then. That's the key. The sand is definitely getting hotter though. Alright, come on. You got this. Let's go. Alright guys, looks like we made it to the flat area up top. Oh, thank God. It's a lot harder than it looked. Alright, well, I am going to chill up here for a little bit, catch my breath, rehydrate, and probably head back down from here. Alright guys, see you in a bit. Oh, man. So it turns out this is actually not the peak area that I wanted to get to. The peak is up here. That seems like the highest hill. So should I attempt it? I think so. Made it all the way up here, so might as well try to finish it off. I don't think it's as high, as steep as the other hill I just went up, so let's go ahead and see if we can get up there. Oh man, almost there. Let's go, and then we can take a little break up there. See how this goes. This is the final ascent. Man, this is getting tough. Holy shit. What am I doing? Is this even worth it? Holy shit, guys. I think I'm like halfway up the last hill. Just trying to catch my breath. The sand is actually a lot harder up here than it was down there. So it actually makes it a little bit easier to walk. But the incline is a lot steeper actually. I actually have to be careful when I'm sitting here because I feel like I'm actually going to start sliding down. All right, guys, let's go. Almost there. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, it's much easier. All right, here it is, guys. Here's the peak of the, I don't know what this is called, High Dunes Trail or something. Beautiful view up here. Now it's time to take a break and enjoy this view. All right, guys. Alright guys, it feels so nice up here. Really nice cool breeze. Actually hasn't gotten too hot out yet. It's just past 10 o'clock. Super nice and quiet. I think I'm the highest one up here. Got some people over there. People down there. But yep. It's been really nice. And it's so strange how this place even formed. I mean, if you look around, there's tons of greenery and shrubs and trees all along this mountain area here. And then right in this like little valleyway here, it's just nothing but sand in this little spot. You can even see the line that forms from where the edge of the sand line is to where all the trees and shrubs start. So yeah, pretty interesting place. I don't think it's like a very big national park. I think this is like one of the few areas, and then there's maybe like another section that has another area you can kind of walk around on the dunes. But I think it's pretty much more or less the same with this type of scenery. So what I'm gonna do is just head back down. I might just drive around the park a little bit to see what else there is to see. And if there is something else, then I'll take you along. And yeah, just kind of check it all out while we're here. All right, let's start heading back down. All right guys, almost back. And as you can see now that it's getting a little bit towards like midday, park's getting a little more crowded. A lot more people out here on the dunes. And as you can see, there's a lot more people with their sandboards doing the sandboarding down the dune slopes. And honestly, it looks like you kind of have to find the right slope to really give you like a good some good speed. Otherwise you kind of like get stuck. But yeah, pretty cool. Sand's definitely starting to heat up more. And just in case if you're wondering, from the point of the trailhead to where I was at the top of that little hill peak up there was about well, I've done about 1.5 miles as of right now. That's including the way back that I've done so far. So I'd probably say like 1 mile out there and then maybe like another mile back. So like 2 miles round trip. So yeah. Alright guys, made it back to the car. And just gonna do a little bit more exploring around. Probably just driving around and stuff. Not really sure what else there is to do here. But if there is something interesting, I will take you along and show you around. All right. All right, guys. So I found another trail here in the park. This one's called Montville Nature Trail. Should be a pretty easy one. I think it's only like a 1/2 mile loop trail. This one looked a little bit different. It's a little bit more of like a forest trail than something with like the dunes, you know? So figured I'd try this one out. Change up the scenery a little bit and see what this is all about. So let's go ahead and do the Montville Nature Trail. Let's go. All right, guys, so far this trail is completely different from where we were at last time in where the sand dunes are. So as you can see, there's a lot of trees and greenery, a lot of rocks up along the ridges here. So yeah, nice little change of scenery here. Let's go ahead and complete this trail and then explore a little bit more of the park, see what else there is. Sounds like there's some sort of creek that's running along the side of the trail over on this side as well. Maybe we can get a little glimpse of that at some point along the way. Not sure if you can pick up on the sound of the creek through the video, but I think it's getting a little louder now too. Alright guys, so here's that creek that I was hearing. It's a little bridge that goes over it. But there it is right here. So this scenery definitely reminds me more of what Colorado looks like when you're out doing some of the hiking trails out in Colorado. The rocky type of mountain areas, the pine trees, things like that. So pretty cool. I like this scenery a lot. Alright guys, so this trail leads out to an opening where you can view the dunes from further out, as you can see. The dunes right there, that's where we were at before. If you look closely, probably can't see it on the footage here, but you can see all the people that are walking out towards the dunes. That's exactly where we were just at earlier. And I guess I must have walked all the way up to the peak line up there, is what I'm guessing where I was at. It's pretty far. So, yep, pretty big difference of scenery from here, where you get the rocks and the green trees and shrubs, to here, where it's just complete sand. Very interesting type of scenery around here. I think I'm almost done with this trail though. It's only a half mile long. It's been a really easy trail. Pretty nice and relaxing. The weather is absolutely perfect. I think it's like 11 o'clock now. Really doesn't feel too hot because there's still like a decent, nice little cool breeze that comes in every now and then. Not even really breaking a sweat or nothing. It's been amazing. All right, guys. All right, guys, so looks like I've approached the end of the trail. This is where I first started on the Montville Nature Trail. It's only a half-mile long. Very easy trail. Pretty scenic though, nonetheless. All right, well, let's explore a little bit more of the park before we head on out. All right. Hey, check it out, guys. First sign of wildlife here in Great Sand Dunes National Park. Got some wild turkeys roaming around. There's a couple of them, one right there, the other one right over there. Alright guys, so I'm making my way over to another trailhead. This one's actually outside of the Great Sand Dunes National Park, but it's on the same roadway that takes you into the national park, so it really wasn't like out of my way or anything. This one's called Zapata Falls Trail. I believe this one should be a little bit different. I think there's some sort of waterfall on this trail as well. It's probably going to be more of like a forested type of trail, I believe, with trees and stuff. We'll see how this one is. It's not that long. It's only like 0.8 miles out and back. So should be another pretty quick one with some good scenic views, hopefully. So I'm making my way over to it now and should be there in about like 5 minutes or so. All right, guys, see you at the trailhead. Alright guys, just got to the trailhead of the Zapata Falls Trail. This is definitely a much more primitive and remote type of trail. A lot of people parked at the trailhead though, so I imagine it's going to be a bit crowded. But definitely secluded, that's for sure. Took a little while to drive up this little dirt roadway to get to the trailhead. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. See what the views are like. Let's go. Alright guys, so there's a slight incline on this trail for sure. Nothing too bad, but you can definitely feel it. And it's a bit rocky. You can see. Seen quite a few benches along the way though, so that's good. In case you want to take a break or something, you don't have to sit on the rocks or the ground. Sit on a nice bench. But should be there pretty soon, I would think, since it's only 0.8 miles, if that's accurate. Looks like we're heading closer towards this mountainside here. Assuming that's where the waterfall is going to be, somewhere around here. I do see some crevice in between this mountain here, so maybe the waterfall's somewhere in between that. We'll see. Let's keep going. Alright guys, as you can see, there's another bench right there. And it's been quite busy on the trail. I've seen a few people passing me going the opposite way. This one couple I spoke with said that you have to get your shoes a little wet. I guess you have to cross through some sort of creek, which might be this right here. So let's see. This looks pretty cool. They said they didn't make it all the way to where the waterfall was, but we'll see. Hopefully I can do that. Alright guys, so here's the creek. It's nice and cool here. Really nice cool breeze. Huge difference from hiking on the other part where you're getting beat down by the sun. As you can see, quite a lot of people. So look at this, guys. So it looks like we're going to be hiking through the little slot canyon. These guys are going to cross through the creek right now. So it looks like we'll be attempting the same thing. Let's go for it. All right, guys, let's figure out what the best way is. I'm sure it's quite slippery on the rocks, so let's see how we want to strategize this here. Probably want to get on the other side of this log. In case we do lose our footing, we can kind of help use the log to get back up. So let's see. Actually, go right here. There we go. All right, look at that. Without even getting the shoes wet. Let's keep going over here. Oh, it looks like I have to get my shoes wet anyways. Unless I go maybe up this way. We'll go the scenic route through the slot canyon. All right, guys, getting closer. Not sure how deep this goes, but we'll try to go as far as we can. Pretty cool. Guys, let's keep making our way. All right, guys, made it past that part. How you doing? Rhodesian Ridgeback? Yeah. Oh man, it's a beautiful dog. All right, let's go check out what's in here. Yeah, that's sick. Check it out, guys. This little slot canyon. All right, guys, we're in. Let's see if we can get to the top part there. Man, look at that. Alright guys, that was pretty cool. Got some cool shots of that waterfall. Definitely exceeded my expectations. Yeah, time to head back down to the trailhead. Alright guys, well worth it. Alright guys, so back here at the trailhead of Zapata Falls Trail. That was a really cool trail towards the end. The beginning part really wasn't anything that spectacular, but once you get towards the end, that was a pretty cool little waterfall cove area there. Really short trail though, easy to do. So yeah, now the plan is to drive over to Cortez, Colorado. It's another small town over on the western border of Colorado, kind of near Utah and also New Mexico, kind of like that little bottom corner area. And that's where I'm staying for the night there. And then the next day I'll be going to Mesa Verde National Park. So yep, it's gonna sum it up for today, and see you in the next video. All right, guys.